welcome back. Hope you had fun with the last lesson. This week's lesson, we're going to introduce the E minor chord and we're going to introduce a couple of rhythms. So last week we covered the 1, 4 and 5 chords in the key of G, which is G, C and D respectively. So today we're going to do the E minor chord, which is the 6 minor. So this is going to allow us to play heaps of songs. So let's get straight into it. So to play E minor, just the same as we did with our previous 3 chords from the last video, our pinky is on the 3rd fret of the high E string. Our 3rd finger is on the 3rd fret of the B string. Now for E minor, we're going to use our index finger and we're going to place it on the 2nd fret of the A string. We're going to let the underside of that finger mute the D string, which is beneath it. And then we're going to let that low E string ring out. So we're going to get a chord that sounds like this. So it's a little bit more mysterious sounding than a normal E minor, but when you play it in context in a song, it just gives you that real modern sound. So the chord progression that I've got for you to play through this week is basically a 1, 5, 6, 4, which is G, D, E minor, C. If you've ever seen that Axis of Awesome 4 chords, this is the chord progression they use. There's been so many hit songs that have been written using this chord progression. You just would not believe it. So if you want to see what sort of songs you can play with these chords, just look up that YouTube video. So I'm going to play through it real simple now. G, there's our D chord, it's our new E minor chord, there's our C chord. Nice and simple, sounds good. Now, I spoke about some rhythms. We're going to learn our rhythms in a nice logical fashion. It will sound a little bit mechanical to start off with, but I really want to get you used to the concept of playing downstrokes on a downbeat, or if you were tapping your foot when your foot hits the floor, and playing upstrokes when your foot comes off the ground. And what we're actually going to do, like the place I normally start my students privately, is they just play 4 downstrokes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you play that for every bar. Obviously, as you can imagine, it gets a little bit boring after a while. We want some variety. So the first rhythm we're going to do is going to introduce an upstroke on the and or the upbeat of beat 3. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it's going to get us used to putting that upstroke in there. You can apply it to the chord progression and she'll sound like this. Sounds a bit more interesting. Now the next thing we're going to do, or our pattern 2, we're going to put that upstroke on the and or the upbeat of beat 2. So that one's going to sound like this. 1, 2 and 3, 4. And if we play that with that chord progression, we get this. Beautiful, you're sounding great. So what I want you to do is practice that chord progression, get that E minor chord under your fingers, get those 2 rhythms down, and don't be too quick to jump ahead with the rhythms, because if we practice them in the order that I'm going to present them to you, it's going to give you the freedom to play whatever you want, which is the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is that you don't need me to show you what to play. So have fun with this week's lesson, and I'll see you in the next one. We're going to learn another minor chord, and we're going to learn a few more complicated rhythms. Keep picking it, have fun. Bye guys.